Welcome. This is the Mentally Whole podcast. I am your host, Lauren Green. This podcast is a safe place for us to have weekly discussions about mental health, Christ, personal development, and the tools to live our best lives. Stay tuned for a new episode. Hey y'all. Welcome back to the Mentally Whole podcast. This is your host, Lauren Green, and I hope you guys are doing well. Don't forget to subscribe, share, rate, and review the show, because when you do that, I know you guys are enjoying the content. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my email list, because I am doing a free webinar soon. So today's topic is about self-sabotage. I feel like we've heard a lot about self-sabotage lately, but I wanted to do an episode about it. So in preparing for the episode, I Googled what sabotage means. So sabotage means the deliberate action of destroying, damaging, or obstructing something. The term self-sabotage is used when the destructive behavior is directed towards yourself. So I didn't know that there are two types of self-sabotage. So the first type is conscious self-sabotage. So this means that you are aware and that you know what you are doing to destroy or destruct something in your life, right? Like, you know, you need to study for this paper, but instead of studying, you are looking at Basketball Wives, or you're looking at your favorite show on TV. The other type of self-sabotage is unconscious self-sabotage. So that means you are doing something to, destroy or destruct something in your life, and you don't even realize it until after the fact or after something happens, right? So an example of this is somebody might have a strong fear of failure in their career or their job. And so this can develop into a very strong habit of showing up late or doing sloppy work or not even trying, right? And they don't even realize it until after the fact. So you're probably wondering, what are some signs of self-sabotage? So there are a lot of different signs of self-sabotage. I'm just going to do the ones that I think are necessary and important to talk about. So the first one is procrastination. That is the biggest one. You procrastinate. You might have a whole year to do something, but you wait until the last minute. Poor prioritization skills. So your priorities are all messed up. Negative self-talk. Those thoughts and those feelings in your mind, feed into how you act. It feeds into the things that you accomplish. If you're always telling yourself you're not good enough, or if you're always telling yourself that you're a failure, it's going to show up in your actions and what you achieve in life. The next sign, perfectionism, right? Thinking everything has to be perfect, thinking everything has to be this way in order for you to move forward. Like, who says it has to be perfect? Like, nothing is perfect. Everything has flaws. Everything has good things and bad things. And sometimes waiting on something to be perfect stalls us from making progress on things. Another sign of self-sabotage is walking away from something or someone when it becomes too challenging or it does not go as planned. You just give up when it's too challenging. Or on the flip side of that is you don't even try. Like, you don't even try to figure it out. You just do the bare minimum and that's it. Another sign is you start projects and don't finish them. So you have an idea, you start a project, and it doesn't go anywhere because it never gets finished. Another one is getting offered an amazing opportunity and not doing anything about it. That's what I was saying, like getting offered an opportunity, or getting offered an opportunity or doing something amazing, and you literally just do the bare minimum, or you just don't follow up, you just don't do nothing about it. Right? There are lots of signs of self-sabotage, and these are just a few. And so my last question is, so how do we overcome self-sabotage? I think the first thing that's most important is self-awareness. If you're not aware that you are self-sabotaging, the behavior is going to continue. So awareness is super important, especially when you're looking at relationships, like financial self-sabotage, all the areas of your life. Self-awareness is important. Number 2, understand the emotions that lead to self-sabotage. So like in that example I gave, the person was afraid of failure. So their behaviors mimicked someone who wasn't successful in their job. So they would show up late, do poor work, didn't have good priorities, didn't have good time management because they were afraid of failing in their position. So understand the emotions that lead to your self-sabotage. And that could be for your relationships, career, family, friends. Look into the emotions that lead to self-sabotage. Change your pattern of behavior. For this one, you might need help, actual outside help to change your pattern of behavior, because sometimes patterns are deep rooted and they are hard to break, and patterns can be hard to reset. So you might need actual help from friends and family and people that you love to help you change your pattern of behavior. You have to have a game plan when it comes to changing your behavior. You can't say, hey, I want to change my behavior and go back to doing what you were doing, because all that means is you're just going to go back to the old behavior. You need a game plan with how to combat the old behaviors and how to start with the new behaviors. The next tip is to set goals and make plans. Set goals, right? If it's financial self-sabotage, make goals like, okay, I'm gonna save this much this month and I'm not going to sabotage that, or I'm not going to spend it someplace else. I'm really going to save money. Make plans and set goals. And the last one, the most important one when it comes to self-sabotage, is communicate. Communicate with your family and friends. Like, hey, I'm on this journey of figuring me out. I'm on this journey of working better on not sabotaging the different areas of my life. Communicate that with people, because some people might not understand, like, hey, this is the new you, right? Communicate the new journey that you're on to not self-sabotage. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I hope this blessed you. Share this with someone that you know. Stay tuned for next week's episode. So have a great week, guys.